Top Sen. Oh, I was my baby, you're from Calabos. The only boss. With oneness, baby, I will be everywhere I day and everywhere they go. Tap Send got me covered. If you need to send money or transfer money from Europe, from Canada, from USA, from UK, any part in Europe, you can send it through Tap Send. And guess what? Oceania, they will receive it right here in Ghana and many countries across Africa. So what are you waiting for? Download Tap Send now on Google Play Store or App Store. When you download, it's so easy to use. Tell your families, tell your loved ones to download Tap Send. Okay? But also, when I receive my money, that's how the world is chilling. Like my view, no, hey, you crazy. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
The best summer concert is here again.
Oh yes, Pan-African Art Society presents the legendary music producer and musician Nassi live in London. Yes, the spectacular music theater and comedy night dubbed the Kavod UK 2024 is coming. Joining Nassi for this amazing experience is Ohima Messi. Kofi also prepare. Perez Music. Emmanuel Boite, that's not all. Also joining Nassi is the incomparable Nana Mama Brown. Oh, the incredible Abriwa Mafia Vivian Jail. Rip Crackers, Dr. Likey, Checheku, Clemento Suarez, Foster Robanos, and many more. That's right, many other amazing talents from around the world. Date Saturday, July 20th, 2024. Venue, Dominion Center, London. Doors open at 5 p.m. prompt. Grab your tickets now.
For your ticket, visit eventbrite.co.uk and shoes.com.
Rush and grab your seats while tickets last. This event is supported by Unity Link, Versatile Music, Omega TV, Rainbow Radio, Hot Digital Radio UK, Despite Media, Praise TV, Footprint, Desire UK, Gospel Town, Africa Limited, Grosby Tone, and Diamond Entertainment. The Kavod UK 2024 is coming. For more info, call 07771 483341 or 07852 568831. The Kavod UK. Spectacular experience you don't want to miss. Baby.
Tap Send Abba Amako to four Yasuma Day. And yet to come on me Uncle Drew, my Sandy and Rui, dear, wait here. Samama de Quacomana, Tap Send. Sapa Pasua, Tap Send. Share. So you will be our brother, so commend Bibia, you could for ya today. Tap Send wallet Abba. Now wallet now, share and your wallet to Kuma. And one say, would you say, Umbeso discover Cocrana, and they answer say, Cosui. And Urea, Sikabio Hobia, send the Tap Send wallet to the soul. A brown vessel used to be a wild deer at the home. Masafe, Abuame, and one didn't do my Tap Send. And what really say, wallets.
A very good evening and welcome to your Thursday evening show time with Tap Send live on OT Media TV with your servant Nana Kwame Oseitu. And then you so another evening na minu nyina ye betina se na ya twetwe enkomo na aboyen ewe ya brabo imu. Ene edien na ye ka ho asem. We are talking about marriage nuggets. And on edien nyabotre na bomodia na twakunya na fabemi. And then you I have a special guest on the show tonight who is going to talk to us. Said ye beya ya warie ebetimi aso na akwa animu na nije abemu na ye ne hokafo atena kusi se ye nyina owo betete yentem ena nwumre enkoma ye betwetwe no minim se beboa wo ebeboa wo nua bi enti frɛ wo bi na ka chance ono nso on joining on time with tap send is answer enkomo no ene ebeye de papa ma memfa asida kese enso emfa emma eye tap send say abreni nyina okita mimu ma mitimi di dwumadie ebre wo ba bia wo joining every Thursday bia na ye tap send adaroma and enti say wo tie me wo hwe me na say when you use tap send American for tap send the amount a app eno no bie use e send sika ekoma adofonom ewo oman Ghana mu nititu and also other parts of Africa and even the world and tap send do Brazil, Asia, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, nyina tap send timi send sika call and other parts of Africa and into bomodia kache wunu e bi wadamfo bi impo oma oni omo adwumam no mo nso omuntimi enyusu tap send emfa send sika enkoboa ebusuafo ewo efie. And it is not just about the marriage nugget ayebeka ho asem nko a. And yewo Wesley Girls High School for omonso ene all students omonso akeka ho abom di juma pa de boa old school ene omonso joining e wo show you so many omonso ebetwetwe enkomo na ansa na no mamenko tap send aso ye honom na eye Teresa ewo oni ebebo nkomo kakra ne ahwe ne ekoso ni titiru say why transfer on tap send na bia onipa na wo send sikira koma no Ninsa enkai edie na abeye Teresa abekan ho ene e bedwetwe ho enkomo Teresa memo ajo enanwumrei emo akwaba ede obadwumadie so
ye na kwame amegesi be da se bebre abusiafo memamu nyina akwaba eba time with tap send eye nyina hom kase danya bre nyina moba na nyina yetimi efa adwene ebom ewo abrabom nsemu ena kwan a tap send so say you problem bi a betimi afaso na ya solve yo nana MPP or most of our users no omuka say recipient and kind sika no it can be in two ways. Transfer no what app no so is it delivered and I say is it in progress. Now the tap send say we always try our best to give our customers a speedy service, but in the unfortunate event, there is delay. No, always know say we are working on it. Nebasana ediana or say also we check it up no and no app remember the up to date information. I'll be who say transfer a call and I'm the visual map on so. Inti eno ema wo say oh nipa kwansa ka na ne sa enkan ye inti say nipa kwansa enkan na you can see from the app say oh and yet delivered and it's still in progress and you always receive push notifications so ewo phone so as soon as the transaction has been updated or is processed in so na say transfer no a show delivered ewo app no so na say recipient ka say ne sa enkan ya edi entina ebebasa the all say we and say we check it or bank account ya tisika no because say yenti sika na that means say transfer be enquire once the transfer is processed and credited to the recipient account no sabren mo na yeti sika no nti also we check it or bank account mo say ya tisika no ana say yenti ye that is one thing about me who say transfer be a call and I say enquire and I say who say transfer no so no it's still in progress then I also check it up from same day kind see a kind no it could be say be ya information be a few ho so be provide the answer to me a process or transfer no into say untimi provide some information you still see the transfer in progress or up on so. And it could be to say, bien pakwana with the sikano ekwa komano no. The wallet no aye full until the transfer will be in progress. In the hope to say bien pakono obeti me yi sika won the wallet no be to pave way for the transfer na wo no. And se transfer no so ebia e delivered na pa kwa se ne sankan ya o so we check se account number na what the call you know sa account number no is it correct or not ebia na is being delivered to a wrong account number or enter ewo app no so and na there assign BM say sometimes you will see the transfer delivered on the app but if I say ne sa enkan and that can be due to some reason. It could be say there's a technical issue on the part of the provider, ABA MTN for they are called and so it will show on the app and say delivered. But ABA because of technical issue, no money need to know. To me, name reflect our recipient account so. And with that, offer na you follow up and then you be my home. Baby, I will transfer Adru, and the reason here the papono Nisa Enkaye, and we will ensure say your money you always save with us in so. And another one, especially the salary, it happen with bank transfers. So with bank transfers, Obetima who said transfer a delivered, but say what check account who say a deliver my account, it's not reflecting say me sa aka. Sometimes with banks, it can take a bit of time and sana I reflect our recipients account especially ABA wire transfer Friday if I say 3:00 ABA because of the closing time bank I receive this cancel musaka one notifications on musaka but because it's Friday or more upon Saturday Sunday who say a reflect account but it's been delivered on to say Monday I must open up and I be able to say transfer I reflect our account. So with that it can take up to you find say 3 days and sana what who know our account into these are the few things but in case you say you have any issues you can get in touch with our support team. If you have any question we're always happy to help. Now don't say select the menu in the app then support. Now I select the preferred method of contact a person of us near contact to say ABA or say offer you call so and now WhatsApp and now email obey to me anytime we be and also say shemu time we tap now obey to me edit to that not for so if you're quite better you bit to me about but the best option is contact customer support. We are open 24/7. Into offering a na yabwa relating to your transfer. Nana, that's it.
I'm not going to end an arm.
Yo, Teresa, you better also say our update odi every tap send us a day a brain. Nana ubi busami say anyi bia say tap send ubi Ghana ubi me use tap send they send this from Ghana they aba UK na ubi question ubusano.
Ayo at the moment there Ghana untumi and send the sika in Ghana Emma UK. Said the na your director Mautotaka no ye pese ye pia sika na ewo amanone no ekogu Ghana na yesusu yetumi ebodi e hunti at the moment ni de in future you never know but now de untimi and send this ka free Ghana emma using tap betimi I send free has say UK and all of our paying countries ako all the payout countries baby to say Ghana.
Yo, Charlotte, Miss Rewa, meet you, homame. Miss Rewa, se obaso na se in new time wa. Se okasa, pacho, no meet you, home, amame. Bomodia, yenyanisa. Okay. Yo, abusafo ye beda Teresa ase. Medane me ho na mafa a quick ad break me ba me de Wesley Girls High School almost 2003 All Students Association for Ebebro. You better train komo kakra bi about their upcoming event. Year 20th July. Yeah, na efe enonechino me de guest for tonight. I don't know Abro. We'll be talking a bit more about marriage tonight. And into Mr. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and I will be right back.
Usafo se de no Canada bia no tap send aba amakwantufo ya so ma de enya jekoma me ankoduru ma send enru ye bia we de se ma me na de kwa koma na tap send se papa so a tap send hwe se uni obi abra person ko me bia UK for ya te de tap send wallet aba na wallet na aba no hwe enya wallet kuma enwa ni se wo de se wo beso discover kokora na enne ya nsese ekosu yi enumre ya sika bi oho bia send ko tap send wallet de so ebra wo beso use bia ewa wo dia eda ho maso ahwe aboa me enwa na ndidi ni duma tap send e ma re fi se wallet
You abusa for me da munyina se munya bre etwen ye ma menka me story bi nkyerɛw ansa na me de Wesley girls 20034 ede omo abrɛw ebra yeso ane ekɔ secondary school no school ba ko a na ɛho yɛ den pa sɛ wobetimi awuram oyɛ bɛɛma na Wesley girls one call Kwabutwi, one call Gestins, any side schools never keep goes on. We had then a girl was side school, but an idiot or my bamishu so, me mamunina kwaba. Right, I was there for an enumerate many Wesley High girls. 2003 All Students Association and many of mobile train Komokakra and Sana and then you may and guest for tonight me no abro. Na dien ena womo ye ede bo mu school ene omo abasho so ebeka ho asem. Then also their event that is coming up on the 20th of July and also ebedi ho Komokakra and Sana meja amomako. And it remember ye womo UK rep na introduce omo a ene omo ewo dwumadie isu yi ansana afi ye de nkomo bi e wo ho no ato aso asem na me kan na I ma ministry to asre shie kwa be na be chese wuntimi ntwam e wo mu gate anokra wuntimi ntwam hwe omo headmistress ye nkwe na ye ne na entwetwe nkomo na me mo adwo mo akwa ba na nwure e ba dwumadie so.
Hello Patrick saying
nyame adumo na nso
Nyame adom me ho ye.
Asema me kan se me mmoa.
Mboa na ya so ye ntimi mpie. Ntenye wo pe na ntimi mbem ye so ye ntimi mpie. Otemenka.
Omo a oni omo show isu yi e de akire yen na ne enti ene mu ha mo aka ama yate.
Pachoyo, we de medebema ye president, your friend Elizabeth, onena beka chain a little bit about why nientia ya baha, obecheche ye muse denti ena ye raise funds. Na bibia also a biani rebe fibiana mediaka home, but she is more than able to present everything in Pachoyo dear. I will hand over to our very able president, Elizabeth Akwa. President Patrick Moanonko.
Yo, before President Becca Sanana, you happens to be the association UK rep. Tell us a bit about yourself first, then President will come in. Yeah.
Ayo, me pacho you. All right. Yeah, from me na Mansha Metonono. My Juma wo UK have for about 10 years. Me Juma wo investment banking, project management. UK ha no yeah about 32. Me tree ne me bro from them say mo fan me de befa.
We will pardon you.
Me de
Go on.
befa.
Accepted.
Yeah, about 32. Yeah, UK hey. And yaba together to sort of raise funds for speech day next year 2025. And kakra meka about myself ni.
You. And yeah, Madam President, you. And then you may say what joining a show iswa. Kabibi kakrache. Meaning say most of the time all students, like they all come together. But when it comes to Wesley Girls, I say year group biya ewo nedie. Intino mon can be entering about your year group, what you are doing and what you are planning for 20th of July. Then we continue from there.
Good evening. Madam Wasepa say mu program kesiye ya mu ye mama yen meka kra say yes so ye mba na kakra ye pete ye too many ya me sham this is not the first time I'm joining this program. First time me ba be sua bi kakra about devils because nipa there once na baby engine to mu say no ano what is bibi for to baby a na about who mo dey for sua eno so aka and see a year 2003 year group. A year every 20 years, yeah, so we Wesley Girls are. Also, was our school no more. Now, I the school near Mao. Now, so call ye be at Swasso. You him say your ministries near Wagana, no, your Ministry of Education, no, everyone. Now, so say all students, this one for Uncle Peja. School no emunti be ends make the Sadia. Yes, we are 4 years in school the year. Say the Amasha kind, your whole school. Yenina, Yeti. She any other 4 years. If you drew no, and now head teacher discipline. Any instruction I would demand a teacher for so from my aim. And no nane jinaswa. Ama yedi ahodi bia bem. Say ye say ye ko na ye could be 20 years anniversary no ahodi mu na ye wa ye project kids where be the country school ne say ye do pass na nkenye omo a nke ne say bibia ye nyina ye gine nka ye gine and see fundraising there wuntimi wonko awonye ye a ye hie mu wo program ye asiri nyina eye wo yere wo sister, wo board, wo colleague, wo doctor, wo teacher, wo accountant, wo banker. We are there about we girl. Now we are my bomb who more day our Ghana has say one, but what means? But could do how we share anymore when it's in a home. Our no so ye girl. Into yes, here to pass. Summer time, gala time. Yeah, masquerade dinner. You invite women and yeah, exclusive gay event, baby. Yeah, to 2 years after you now for any of your hook up for your sweetheart, say 1 night in July, 20th July. Yeah, na yam bomb na yen share I will double tree by the Hilton. Na yam brambe, shy nasty. Me catch Mrs. Saman, she said, a son and one was a baby 2 hours. Aha, my scientific super or Baba Bay, and then Trenic, Accra, I'm a head G and Drianin is also 3-course meal. Me patrol, so what tea and can you raya? Said you call your various schools are not really a school boy, Yasamba when him said. Mumbe joining munji mweni mun biensa yendidi na yentun sambo na yembabwa friends in Skakakra na yemfam year 2003 Wesley Girls High School na yemfam Konkodasi na yempeja school ni mu if we say a year day, oh baby, or fast to be a sample. It's the assembly. Mrs. Amansia or the friend thing, and MIA in your program so July 20th, 6:30 p.m. The patrol reserve ticket. Amansia number. The metis annual na many anji. Amansia number so we are inquiry with Vietnam person joining a +44 741 154 3691. Mesa asa bosubi +44 74 1154 3691. Shia yetimian shia ewo keposi na say yebeti shia ewo UK ewo gala yase yeda mo asinyame nhramo na se wuntimi ma na se asema yake akwa ana se girl bia ama na akwa pen na wo pesa wo 2003 for ye group so edida na se a ye wo go fund me se make ase amanhia be share link no yesrewa kitwa bia nsha I am the young school, I am by school. Now, we are infinitely. Finally, I'm sure not papa won't make back. But we will business Pia in Kawunya will be exposed to the gay and other fraternities. A year emancipation, St. Augustine's Holy Child, Man Side, the invite you in our Agri Memorial, who person will expose ma fraternity, any sorority. Patrol contact your mansia. Your brochure be a virtual brochure or program last year. You bet time on one. The work campaign in the deal will more. A bebois a push will campaign. Ama and also are calling. And yet the Biane say, yeah, Jake. Totally be swag. Na ye bois. See you on the 20th of July at 3 by Hilton. Docklands Riverside. I will be there, and I hope you will be there too. Mr. Bring your dancing shoes. And no nyam papa. Nyamini insana. And I want to say, I mean drama.
I am boy. Girls, I am young man. Nano, ye beba ho. Dani ye bahubi. Ye babe mo. Yeah, finally also Olaso is out the Bemayen na odo contact details besa to chat room ho no bi mu ade amayen no bi epese oba bi obi peso to ticketa watimi a contact mo na nyame adoma ye nyina ye hiem ho ne abe support mo on the 20th of July.
Yo me da se me pacho me woni ama menu bi pe a me de beka ho ba ko ne say ye fundraising event we enye for gay girls enko a enti pacho wo hu a men ka say o manko gay enti ye ntwen na gay fo ne nko ana say me ko gay ba man we 2003 we mu de nkola ne de bi. This is open to everybody. School be a call you St. Teresa so St. Rose so se now Accra so now Cape Coast so se now Shehio baby now be you are warmly invited to our fundraising gala. It will be exciting. A masquerade gala mask no uko Amazon na ubenye before for efe obia benye biato Amazon. Ena Britain's Got Talent no mu wie nansen nipa no so 6 no Magician Trixie ono na ye headline performance wo ba ye from the beginning na show or ye amazing performances we nye be asembio. It's just trickery and exciting tricks I be mo bie ni age. And if you looking for something I'll bet me address it up we bet me abesa we ni be jedruane ni be ye good ye DJ no or your DJ for Kojoentry, but big celebrities, DJ TQ, or no DJ wo is a big names, see omuye sure anti asano, it will not be easy. You have to be there. When you say Ubesha picture, no, I can say, oh, I wish you. We've come here to tell you about it, and you are still able to get tickets. Tickets, right. No, they are selling out fast into your Sremwa obia nkonkoto no omombre na enye kama.
Number obi busa se tickets no ahe.
Okay. Me pacho single ticket £95. Se moye mienu a ebeba £180. Se moye group na se moye be a table of 7, 8, 10. Na mo pese mo to a ye was special discount ma mo nti mesre mo a mo send me message. Me number no mesa bobium +44 7411 543 691. And he said, we a group now say you want a special discount. We've catered for you. Me patro send me a message. I'll be able to give you all the details. And send me President Kayen. So we only company. Now you'd like to make that visible to a group, distinguished audience. Meaning someone distinguished. Your company needs to promote to them. And now we have Maka Magician Trixie. We also have your headline sponsor. Or your mommy be a friend of Caroline Marsh, or your multi-millionaire, BBC Channel 4, of course, so Secret Millionaire. She'll be there. And she said, you get the chance to interact with her. And who knows, perhaps some job opportunity be and some business deal be. Befe mwaba. If you want powerful connections, if you want to meet Magician Trixie, if you want to mingle and dance with DJ TQ, this is the event. You have to be there, 20th July.
This is the event. I'm going to be there.
The event of the year.
I'm going to be there.
Yes.
Yo, Madam was saying, then you say munyamre na mo joining. We'll try again and bring you back before 20th of July. Na yenyina dani dua yaba na yaba be support it. It's and say we get almost school no n'animu a ye ma omo eba ye nuanom ye nananom enso be benefit from it. Kitu bi a ye de ba be supporting bia me gidi se be a long way to support our generation omo so eba. Ye da mo ase adwuma pa mo ye. Sure. Nti nyame aduma 20th of July. Pacho mubehu manim ewo hono. Be da mase pa. Yo, abusiafo Wesley Girls High School omo year group 2003 for ena omo edi juma etiseye nyame yadma on the 20th of July omo dinner dance into mummy nyina yenko na yenko support yo Sabri ebra nyina crado yen guest for tonight eba betwetwe enkomo when we talk about marriage nugget enokra anything mame fan krato ba ku mienu entwam eno na chi no me de Deaconess Bertha Asante me de ne bebro. Yo, abusia for Sabri ebra mene Deaconess Bertha Asante eba betwetwe enkomo when we talk about marriage nugget. Eden kra any marriage nugget no. Ene ye mami aba bekan ho a one eba betwetwe aware mu enkomo ho ensem. Ye mami oye nurse oye healthcare professional oye nurse practitioner na eba no nyamedwuma nso a okitemu dindindin awaresem ene apomudin eda na koma so pa ene ono no abekan ho ayene no eba betwetwe nkomo mami Deaconess ye ma wadwo ema wakwa aba na nwumre yi edo eba dwumadie so mbacho se mente won ka papa wa ha unmute yourself.
Okay.
Good. I can hear you now.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Yami adum okitaye mu. Megidi se obi anso ho ye. Eno nti na yami de nkwa ache yetimi yehie mu.
Great. Yo, medical kakakra na ye ka Deaconess Bertha Asante. Mpacho one ne hwan?
Yo. Deaconess Bertha Asante. me kind of say as the deacon me the child of the Most High God. And no hear me pa, that's my first identity. Nyankopon ba. Na me a nurse. Nursing tutor, clinical practice educator.
Okay.
And but asori mu ejuma ana manage ho pa nurse ne de ene ye health talk nti e de no ato nchen kakra. Esanse ye beka ware ho asem na aware ye ade a emfa ho ba bi e wasua de aduru. Yemfa qualification anase beauty anase bibia na ye de mana eso anase ye nti me mpese me komukura me slide back me slide no ansha first one pen me use e kire se enya disua na enko an ye de kwa aware mu enti wo pese meto aso a na wo bebisa me questions na ma answer
memo ato aso na eno na chi no na se me question na se atiefo ne ahwefo e wo question na no so e de aba
if I show you me shese me show first slide na yeah where and the ebe twetwe nkomo no me feel say ebe boa say ebe kan kitwe bi na questions and answering no adoso marriage nugget ye nyina yenim nugget enkwara pepa esanse idea ede me pacho muhu me slides no
bacho yehu papa
slide show because the first one ne pe and I me pese me show okay emre no ekopa anti meye no I'm fa we into her okay right me kan nyina bom nuggets yenim chicken nuggets yenim fish nuggets ade a enije ho me kra me kwa adwuma na se me pon na ekom de me pon anajo a me to happy meal na me de ahye me bag na me yiyi to menu nuggets succinct definition as a small valuable pieces of information, advice or insight. It's easily digestible. Inti yeba abeye ye hu aduru enyema kitten a ewa ware mu a either say ese no ana ema ne ye na ye pese ye bedwen ho de inti a me de me photo ni me yitu ha kire say whoever I am, whatever I do enye no ena ma ware ebe ye ana enye aware nko an institution a your mouth certificate and sana wa shase because yenim say adesua usua dia uwie se wa pass e the certificate am ba aware de yensua nwie de bia bibi wo ma yesua na de no so we so nye levels no aka say mi sua JHS de na mi sua we de obia ware onipa odono nanso eye nyina ya sede se nipa a obe ware no ubenya daji wati na se ni wo hu ni yie na nia ehia de usua no efa wo ne nipa kra one ne wayonkofa no ho untimi hwe obi die na wonsua aware enso ye ka definition no institution anyankopɔ ankasa ena hyehye ye institution ahodo bebre universities ne your prison institution oho your mental health ne ade university said, but our institution, a body fiti ase na Nyankopon, share our ma Adam and Eve. Or she share our who answer na obekum na wase utimiti ase de ntia our wo for procreation, for companionship. Ya me share our say benya nkita ho bedu do ye ho benya obi a one ne bedwene uni obi a ekrom ha nyunyunyi ene unim aware mfa so baako wo be ka mo ho hye there have been a lot of sayings or comments in kofo akika nse bibia fa aware ho nanso esa nse Nyankopon na o hyehya aware nti no die ono aka fa ho no eno ena eye dwuma yenim aware ahodo bebra ekoso nanso de o hyehya aware no a ye Nyankopon no wa hyehye sa aware fa Adam ne Eve entem na oba be ma be jane ne na no ne oba akoye baako a omo fere omo ho be ye baako ebadwini abom eno nti na Nyankopon hyehye aware enso woni me be ye adwense enka aware ya de a efe nyame de adwempa ene odo ene ahonka odi ye aware no se niema bebre bebubom ama efiri mus enkose de nyame hyehye ye no adentia obonsam eni saade pa bia Nyankopon eye enti yehwa de ntia ma nugget eye de no spices bi niema bi wom yakeka niema bi abom ya yenyam afra ma ne easily digestible eno nti no se ye de aware nuggets a ye de be ma ware aso na be ye dadi a ya bedwe ho on say spices ni bi wo ho a ginger ene garlic ne chili ene ebi wo ho a enhye da anye so sweet nanso ma aduane ye hwam ena ma aduane eye de enti sometimes spices ni bi wo ho a u be yusu a u be twitwa je na ebe hyehye wani nanso uni mesa wo di no aduane na ebe ma na ye de. Going straight to the point, and meyi kakra, there is a long list of the nuggets, but kakra bia meyi diato me compass iso. Ya bedwindwe ho kakra. Obre we say we have life nuggets, knowledge, wisdom, and marriage nuggets. In that definition we have, but and into practicals. Enti sa woma wadwene baha na wode wakomadi ekira obefa bibia ebeboa masa wo afi na wo boa wo ho aware o se aware no wo mu dada ebema na chenso ebia wanya aware papa bi nanso yensua aware ho ade enwie da obi enu a wo se afko me de mesua aware ewie da sanse de bia bibi tumi crop up ade bia ye de kra no obehu se no wo hu bibi fofora a wo se usua ka ho your first spiritual connection and shared faith ade ba ko ehu hia pa wa ware mu se wo ware obi a woni ne sunsun mu woni ne ebo se wo nsum nyame a na wo ware obi a nsum nya fine woni ne nyina wo ye kramoni a na wo ware kramoni wo ye kristoni a esanse se mo adwene ko baako na mo wo fie for you to be together and work together in unity and share idea easily. Obia one ne wo faith baako a wo betimi aye Bible studies together, pray together, and whatever God wants to reveal to you concerning your marriage will be revealed to the two of you. It is an advantage. So if you have not started yet, some people went in without knowing or before they believed in the Lord. With that, you cannot leave the person. All you do is to bring them, set good example and bring them along. That is what the Bible says. You have to set good example. Because if your partner is also a believer, things work better. Things work better because the constitution for marriage is in the Bible. The word of God has a lot of constitution for marriage. And so if you have somebody who believes in the Bible and you study it together, it is easier to implement and it makes things easier. And we talk about mutual love and respect. You know, umbubia na ufuse Udono, ana udobi, but umuno. It doesn't work. Nimi no a caught together. Meaning say a bit me kowari obi sikanti. And I say we nyini we me worry na obi wu na japadia be yemedia. It's not the best for you. When inje ewumu. Ena de ubetwa no so ubedua no eno ana ubetwa. Wodi adwenboni komu a enwie ye ma. Enti se moye madwen baako na modom ho na mobu mu ho a. In the Bible, can Ephesians 5:25 to 33, we read here, a man responsibility, ni men responsibility. It stresses on men loving their wives because a man should need trouble, problem loving their husbands. We go every mile. So far as you've chosen him and you love him, you can go every mile. Sometimes the men take things for granted. And that's why the Bible stress on that. But loving men, sebeme bi beka so ba no do me pa na your ba or respecting no. They really place respect on top. Sana nyame abo no. Respect is mutual. However, if you disrespect a man, now I din and I say enkoyi the respect who yam papa. Obekasa udo no anase wuye ni ye a na chese ubu no enti yemfenhye ya adwene mu sane ya ube treati o man ana woman no omo motwa ho ahia beboa wo am we treati ni sa. So if you are a wife and then your friends come to the house or visitors come, they ask about your husband and you can say, oh, ujaf washeho. They will also treat him ujaf for you. The respect you place on him or you place on her, that is what the people around will also give to your partner. So let us bear that in mind. And we might be very careful. The comments we pass concerning our partners in the presence of others or in their presence, it will reduce their respect. If we respect them and regard them, others will also join in respecting and regarding them. Shared goals and values. You know, you cannot marry somebody and your plans, you are planning to buy a house, you are planning to do something and they do not know. You know, naturally, it doesn't work. It works when you discuss things, share your ideas, make time. And these things, especially in this country that people are so busy, it is good that you plan that every, whether weekly or make plans strategically, make the conscious effort, say, this time, like weekly, every Sunday evening, we will have a discussion, we talk about what happened, and then, you know, so that it won't go undone. Ebebaso, na my discussion, the name ko, adisunya ko, nkwarani shemu, maybe why was some change. It has to be done together. The only time, sometimes ebia, upese usia dia na upese uye bibi, uti say ya di papa, but partner no, onfana adwene ma, sometimes because of lack of confidence or they don't have support, ebia oni sika or debe support too. But that is a different topic to talk about finance in marriage. But when your marriage, your finance is in such a way that obia is saving isika. When you want to spend money, go to school and they say, nah, I don't agree. And you know it is going to help you. You just let them know. Don't do it secretly and say that, please, I just want to go and I am going. Bibi wa ebebwa wa. Manentiase, because we need to agree to disagree. Sometimes peacefully agreeing to disagree. You know, even politics. And yes, your husband or to my MPP, also by force MPP. You need to assess the values or more values in your policies. And so I want to Brexit. I remember Brexit by one says, oh, I'm voting for Brexit. One says I'm not. Peacefully, you vote for what you assess and you think is right. So, but then you should still peacefully share goals and values and follow it together. If you have to agree to disagree, fair enough. When we talk about integrity and mutual trust, it's very, very important. If you are with a partner that you do not trust, maybe you are preparing to marry, and they break the trust continuously. Don't even venture. Don't go into the marriage. Because if you marry somebody that has broken trust once, twice, it is going to be a big challenge, a problem in the marriage, unless you solve it, the problem. Trust in marriage, unless you sit down, the offender, the offendee, or you sit down and discuss how best that trust will not be broken again. If not, don't even go into that relationship. It is better to be sure, to be convinced, to be ready before you go into a marriage. Only today, this afternoon, I got a message, that somebody, I think it was in the newspaper also, says that they are cheating, they keep cheating, a man cheating on their partner, and they said they can only stop after they've married. It's a big lie. If you are cheating on your partner, you cannot stop. The marriage is not an antidote for cheating. So if your partner keep cheating on you, or they are not trustworthy, it could be money wise, finances, or they tell you, I'm here, they are at a different place, they cannot be trusted. And so you have to be mindful, you pray, discuss it amicably, and work out to build the trust. If not, forget it. Because we know the originator of marriage, the institutor of marriage, hates divorce. So if you cannot decide that I'm going into this marriage, if it doesn't work, I just quit. Please don't. Be sure that you are going in for better, for worse, in richer and in poorer, till death do you part. But the Bible gives the time, like on chastity, unfaithfulness, and a part of the other is the time that if you cannot forgive them, then you have the right to divorce. If not, get prepared before you go in. That is integrity and mutual trust, whether they are there or not. When you have children, sometimes the mothers, daddy says that at 8 o'clock, everybody should be by the table studying. When daddy is not there, mommy doesn't enforce that and chatting with the children, and they think mommy is the best, but they don't know that mommy is not helping them. Integrity, whether your partner is there or not, say the truth, do the right thing. It works because it works naturally. It works when you are not trustworthy. If you are not trustworthy, it comes back. It's like throwing a ball. If those who do not believe in the Bible, they believe in how do they call it? Whatever you throw to the wall, it comes back to you, and it's going to come back and bite you. The law of karma. But we believe in the Bible, then whatever you sow, you will reap. So integrity is very, very important. Share partnership, in external family issues. Okay. Apart from visiting, we know that we do not marry just one person. You marry into the family as well. Though you are not going to take every issue to them. But if they have to visit, they are part of us now. Your in-laws are part of you. But you have to discuss together and see the situation and know how best it will work. You cannot stop the other, your partner's relatives because you are not ready for them. You don't want to contain them. You have to discuss with your partner how best to contain them. I've talked about the upbringing of the children, working together. I remember my parents, or especially my dad, used to tell us that you lot are visitors. The two of them so tight, though they love us together, we know the two of them first before we come in. Same way, let the children know that mommy and daddy, you can't go in between them. You cannot go. Mommy will not encourage gossiping about daddy or whatever. The two of them together. And then you love the children without comparing the children. Let the child know that what you have told them, the same thing dad will also say. It works. It brings respect from the children to the parents. Communication and collaboration, working together. But communication, the best communication in marriage, it depends on how it is delivered. Where, how you say it, the tone makes so much difference. You might say a word, but the tone with which you say it can make a difference. Sometimes poor communication builds up and bring problem. There was a day I heard on the Ghana, one of the stations, some time ago, a woman was on the station or so jai nikuno. I did not know the way Osikasa or Kojai nikuno mubisan say, oh yeah, ni day or say. O nene nikuno nene ma miensa, emrantie miensa, 19, 17, and 15. Omuti asaso, living room, ne di emeka ni twi. Ana oyi mframa. Maame no, by accident, no oyi mframa. Papa ni se uye ni mguasifo. Uye ni mguasifo. Disgrace in the presence of the children. You disgracing yourself. You are such a shame. Okikan sem ya. Na maame ni sorry ya, wasi mejai no. Eno sa no. Wengwa etimi adi ejai. Miniema ashishe waa. Omuntimi discussi. For all you know, no, there were little issues. They are not able to solve it. So when a problem comes, it is important to solve the problem before it escalates to that level that something trivial will be just the last straw that breaks the camel's back. Behuna bibiki tuebi. Enti all kan ya. Sanka me fere mu a enka meka che mo se saa da na yeti saa asem no na mitimi fie ha na meyi mframa ye bi ma ye digi eni nkwara na ye nyina ye sere digi eni esan se wa eye natural eye we se odo ye dodo ye ho a eni ye ho achinji ade kitwa bi se enye problem enti wu gina so ejai, all because there are little problems that are unsolved. And the Bible says in Amos 3:3, can two work together unless they agree? Paraphrase. Unless they agree, let us learn to discuss issues and agree on things. Flexibility and forgiveness. Forgiveness is a bori pa, a korodi, married couples. So wuntimi mfa wo partner, ye ubibina wuntimi mfa nchenoa. Etimi di wumu emayare unforgiveness ya dia hormones ni yibano it eats into you cause problems in all the system. Ubenya problem cardiovascular system, ubenya problem in your mind, mental issues nearly. Let us learn to forgive. Now I want to go straight to few things, just nuggets. I'm just giving it. This one I have not, it's from me. Everybody marries someone they love. You marry someone you love, but obehu niye no before obe ware no. Ebi anya niema nyina na uhu ye. Echire no na ni suben bia dead. Ana niema bi wo ha uhu ye, but ye nyini ye we na ye ko na niema bi sisa. Afi obehu ni hu ye wahi. Ocean was Odina kana ni suntrim se dadibna na branti we kra mi kosia ne he ni hu ye wahi na so marriage a package sa wodwen hu a obehu se won so no bibi wo ho a atochima. That is one thing that helps. So won hu se bibi koso a ho mpa bisa hu se then what have I done to contribute to this? And what can I do to make this better? So what is the benefit you want to get from the marriage alone? You won't get a successful marriage. Let us not only think about what we are going to gain from the marriage, but think about what can I put in? What spices can I put in? I have this book about spices, marriage spices. What you put in at what level? Each level what spice can you put in to make things better, to make things smell aromatic? Different situations with different spices that put things right. As you have gotten into the marriage, this is the man you've got, This is the woman you've got. Let us work at our marriages because you are not going out. And research has proven that most divorce, there was a study that showed that most people that divorce and marry, they realize that mostly, I say mostly, 20% of what, the reason why they divorced was 20% of what they didn't get, what they wanted from the marriage, just 20% of it. But when you don't have it, it's so bitter and so painful. Ebi abeme o musa onyonko ne die otimi koye shopping breno o clean fie ozo die on clean akane na aboso onye shopping si bema we onye caring say die come on. Yeah, I even earn more than you. You are not caring and this. I am not carrying on. You don't pay bills, you don't do this. And once I would say on our book games, we are kwara mejao. Ube kwa kofa foforo no. Na or pay bills or boao nanso ebi a ohwima oma ana oye womanizer obekwa akofa oba ebi no si oba we die say ni ubehwe no na there is a lot of percentage from the other one na unni ewo the new one and what we get out of it and I say if there is something lacking in your particular marriage, don't bother looking elsewhere to think, I might get it from there. Work on what you have and solve that 20% that you are not getting so that if possibly 100% is possible, I doubt, you can at least reach where you want to reach. If you praise your partner, encourage them. Partner encourage them, praise them. If you need to correct them, and mom feel bad. Bibi na ya na debi waha oya hwehwe nye. Bibi waha untimi nsesa. They untimi nsesa no. And when you say ka I'm gonna feel so bad. Build your confidence. The untimi nsesa. Ni yefunu bi na ya kese ya. Boano exercise na crown in ne be ya. Boano no nye. Boano edidie mu montena se na mon plan so that it work. Now there be on my comment. We free I laptop sa. Say ma confidence e free ni mu. So build one another, praise one another, encourage one another to study, to progress and work. I've talked about marrying into family and then discussing if the marriage somebody-in-law needs to visit. And also, do not spend so much time preparing. This is something that I want to probably, if you are not married, the most important thing, I want you to make a note. Don't plan so much, years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, planning for your wedding, forgetting that the wedding is just a day. The marriage is ahead. You have to plan. I am in the marriage committee, and I deal with a lot of marriage issues. I know a lot of people, when they're about to marry and you ask them, how are plans going? Yeah, I bought my gown and we've got the hall. Everything they will talk about is about the wedding day. After the wedding, then the scale falls out of their eyeball and they begin to think, bills and other things. Amount of money we spend in that, if you have it, fair enough, but we need to be moderate. Sometimes you spend all that and you go back renting and struggling. It is something that is not easy, people saying it. I told my daughter, she said, Mom, it's my day. Wedding is my day. I said, okay, just think about it and see how best you can save so that you don't enjoy one day and then you spend the rest of the time struggling. Be selfless, not only thinking about what you will gain, but what you can contribute. We cannot talk about nuggets in marriage and forget about sex, intimacy. I am a nurse in theater. For that sake, I see a lot of, private parts. I heard from a minister, lady minister's wife, something that broke my heart. She said, for her, she agrees that the women should look at their partners' private parts, because sometimes you finish, you marry, and then you realize it's a very small something that is hanging in front of them, which is quite disappointing because it is not the size that matters. You know, there is physiologically research, you know, on our tongue, the taste bud, the back bit of the tongue tastes the sour bit, the tip tastes the sweet stuff, you know, because we put the whole thing in our mouth, we don't really watch, but that is how it is. The same thing applies in the vagina. It takes just the first 1/3 to taste the sweetness in intimacy. So it is not about the length. And I know there are some longer ones that there's no power in there. So if you look at it and it is giant, and then if even it works and after a year, it starts joa. Now some for one say. Until we shouldn't worry too much about the size of this or the size of that. The best intimacy, apart from the fact that it begins from priceless communication during the day, we were sending a message, can I have an appointment with you tonight? Medofo anadwi agro ho. Waka bibia to na sum na wastate. Owe adwum nyina wo seresere. Obi ebisa na wani agesa onim asem bia wate. Eboa ama onspake mre enema to tom tentem. Apart from that, no, best intimacy depends, it's in our mind. It depends so much on who you are having it with, where and what time. It matters a lot. And it's our husband po, and I want to have intimacy. Na ye ria, na when we say nkwara around her. Ube nervous. You cannot enjoy it. Where? Is it the kitchen that the glass, there's no curtains there in the glass? And it matters so much who, where, and when you are doing it, and it's all in your mind. If it is your own person that you've got, it doesn't matter whether it is a small prick or it is whatever. You will enjoy because that is what you've got, and it's for you. And the fire dream and see and yema be brehu here so our de is aromatic, it's beautiful. Nyamena shisheye they're supposed to be nice. Na ye build it. Yedi akoma baako unity na yetena se na build it. We will enjoy it to the max. Let us pray together. You know, some of the nuggets, one of my nuggets, special nuggets, when we pray together in the evening, especially, my tip phrase is B, that phrase, I really love it. I don't say me make say, oh, yeah, mom pie. But when you tell me, and then we finish, we pray, we soak ourselves in prayer, you know, you feel like you yearn for the person. It's not only romantic scenes that help. It also definitely contributes in the house. Because we know that men are turned on by sight. Try. Make the conscious effort, portray, you know, apart from how you talk, your inner beauty that you portray to your man, you know, let's show our outer beauty, that curves that God has taken his time to design in us. Let us portray it and show it to our men, and the men, women, what they hear, touch, and what we say to them. Let us tell them, you are beautiful, my dear. A wedding is priceless. So, but minima to grant a wedding is answer a dear at the pababia or when someone a wedding my. So, Mumma me and is a debia no, a becasem debi, actually, ye hoka for ye at the pebi de actually. One am abontin as I say, abontin near me in a good a jay or naminano. Only me say I've got a better one at home, or I've got a posher one at home. For bidimano ebeto hase. Not getting idea. Bebre ginger womb, maggie womb, different ones, but the situation would demand what spice will help what situation. And me demand be see what hase. Na say obi di bibe so and I say obi di question bibe ba na. Yeah, boa answer. Madam Wasi.
Yo, Deaconess, you better was say ene enyumre ewo nuggets ene enyumre wo de abrain mako wom, ginger wom, pepper wom, hwentia wom, bibia bi wom ema aware no eyede we can about trust, respect, integrity, building each other up, being selfless, integrity, intimacy is not the size that matters. I love that. Men are turned on by sight. Let us say sweet words to our partners. We any kakra mean so miti. Mr. Was you call so and you have any question, any contribution, any suggestion, you are more than welcome. Into Mpacho on the Zoom no Oma on Saswa. Mefa now question be our Edema Deaconess and then you may know debate me about marriage nuggets. Now what contribution be your personal experience and I say experience be a wenya and I will now person will share bois ubi nsoa ubi asem safwa ebi ubi asem epono and inti muma nyina yen contribute and then you may me dane me ho na mafan krato baako aba me ba me file questions and your contribution or about marriage nuggets and then you may producer
Mr. Mankwa, me office was a niska banie de awie ni project no. Eso de bia me office ka mane wo problem.
Enemremu. Na monte tap sending kan.
No so ne de.
Tap send dey easy, fast and secured way. Ubetimi send this free amanone. Aba Ghana bank account and as a mobile money account. Untia transfer fee bia.
Sir, I obey any say.
Chirani say won ko App Store na Play Store. On download the tap send app no. Or download ya ebebu sanso promo code o ma de pet TV shim obenya €5 £5 and answer $10 on his first transfer
ene me kwa friend aka akire
tabi minyanwie esanse tap send e the good news aba tap send the gene customers wonti or the tap send wallet aba
no obey any say
so your customer wo UK sesia ubetimi akọ tap send app no no create wallet wo so enti se rate ne kosora now the sika kogu wallet no anase mpo betimi atosusu nkakra enti abre sema opeso send sika ba Ghana no anse wa send sika na ba Ghana anase oba o my Ghana mu watimi ya yusu sika e wo wallet no tie
eni set say yusu momo Ghana hayiru
sa pepe se si tap send that trainer shim kopiem wo United Arab Emirates Netherlands and Austria tap sender now. Papa no.
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.
Yo, Abusia for Sabri Ayebra or any question for yen guest for tonight on marriage nugget ubitimi ede aba. Uma onsaso zoom no so mefa na ene dia wote ye ne wonso o contribution wo opese ode eboa ene dwumadi no wonso watimi ede aba. Ma memfa me first question menya ewa hanom. We ka say Deaconess, okasai about trust in a relationship. Obaya washiani. What don't pa nanso enyoma baaku mienu bi akoso ntino. I say the trust in the relationship has been broken. obey den and what me I rebuild trust ni biem for their relationship to be sustainable.
But that's it. It's a very good question because I'll say relationship and a marriage. Relationship. Okay. Yeah. If you say, if you are in a relationship that the trust is broken, if you do not rebuild it, you are building on a weak foundation. When you enter into a long-lasting relationship or marriage, it will collapse. The trivial thing, onye ekra obekasa waye, okọ edwuma na ocha, wadwen ne se, onokwa, maybe, on secretary, this or that. So what you do, the best way to build trust, trust demands transparency, keeping to your promise, keeping to your word, being honest, being genuine. So it works better when the two of you agree to work at it. Sometimes one person wants to try and build it and the other one can't be bothered. It won't work. That is what, if it is a marriage, then you just have to pray. If you are married and one is not ready to work on the trust, you just have to pray. It's difficult and do your part. But if it is a relationship and the other person is not ready to work at it, I will advise you, don't move forward. Leave it there because it will be a problem. You sit down and then bring out, let the one who has been offended, they're free to vex. They're free to express how they feel. It doesn't help. Many of the times that we keep things in us, you are trying to be respectful. You are trying not to. Sometimes you say, "Oh well, I'll be fine with time." You won't be fine if you don't deal with it. Sit down and bring out your point in a respectful way, and let the offender know how hurtful you are, and then they should also show sign of remorse. If they are not remorseful and they are trying to give excuses, it doesn't help. So far as you've offended them, however trivial it is, just be remorseful, apologize. So it takes apology, cordial discussion, mutual discussion, apologies, expressing, and being ready to forgive. That is how it builds. And then whatever, it depends on what broke the relationship. If it is an old friend, or it is maybe you've been smoking or drinking, and then there is a particular friend that takes you into it. You say, I won't do it again. I have stopped. And they are really thinking you are still in it. And say, don't go to that pub again, because that is where, or this friend is who triggers it. Don't. And then you decide how you won't get closer to what brings the problem in the first place. That is how the trust can be built. Thank you.
Thank you too. Yeah, call Zoom no so na yemfa Bright. If you want money, I call Jonas. Bright. But you'll meet yourself and ask your question.
Me pacho me pese me busa se. Se bi mema na ya na yemu bi enum nro ansa na ne ma adan se de be ya pese bia. Na ho odin gina so pa no sunsan so ben na ya na edebre ye mema se ye nyina ana se mpon sunsan so ben boni be na ya na edebre.
Yo, I know the kakra minim wo hone se sa nro ni nyina ideally edro bia wonum bia no e was side effect. Na ye way the work I was say juma ne beye any side effect na obinya wo ho no e na wa hwe say esomfa so no e boro side effect ne so ana na wo be no meduro na wo de ayoba ho adwuma ebia wo jire nanso akoma unum ne all the time minim say most of them ma akoma yare wan hwe ya wo so a wo bo adwuma na akoma ate na wa firi mu me nti in moderation senso me nim say duro ni mu mo na information amate ne say it ma akoma yare na de minim ne say de minim ne say se wo pese wutimi bo adwuma man komode enhyase eniyama abetimi ama wabo adwuma yie no eboro edoso chen ute onu meduro you know wa dinkan wa frɛ no na waka asɛmpa bi ato na som eduro di dem no sɛ mema na enum nti I'm being biased me fan say e bema na wo problem wa frɛ obey no sometimes me frɛ me dinkan frɛ o odo ene appointment o enti muma ya fan komo de ene ada na gesi said we be see ho be fane ha we be show we be show ni pani bi di a kire na ginagina nani so eno na sparke niema knowing that is the right person at the right time in the right place, you know. We ankwara ni nyina ko school bia na mumi enu pe na mo ha uni baby obi abetia obeti matia mu timidi sound ni we nyina yi ho uni how was say unu medru bia and me de minim it depends on as I say and so hospital there are a lot of ways fixing such problems at different levels minim surgery bia na ye or day surgery we are obeti makofi different types of surgery etimi epeja bememu emana edimu na ojai bnadado that's it. Sorry, I told you how on teach and I know I invited my friends be but could you catch them say we free soko if you say on tea tree and a tree in the door so I don't know whether we can continue mixing things up or we should just go by English speaking English.
Mix it up because platform is China and Adodona Yatai Eyisu. We try to blend it to help those who are who can't speak our language, but we want to speak our language. Yeah. So Jonas, please unmute yourself.
Unmute for me.
You
person me can be bigger kana question kaka susu wo mu but what can say no what can be about sometimes no our real no like a car like the car bar like well maybe work of loan and na be our real na later like
talking about wedding. You talking about wedding?
Say what of follow na akoyo ba no one there, and along the line so you mentioned about bema sausage, you know, obviously size now to size there and no the fee and there it can be small but it can perform well. But what to me as a man, no, sometimes a banner warrior like would they and they say a number, but if you are crossing the line to get married, the cross lies on the man's shoulder. Because when I say umbeya or banwa dear now we think now tia broche and now obisonu who say wapa brocheda, they'll give you a different list. Because of the and so in this car, you also don't want to lose the woman. So sometimes the men will go further to take loan and those kind of bills, you know, the first 3 years after marriage, you know, most of the loans, they give you like 5 years, this and that. But let me say, first 3 years, you know, you are scared to, maybe your job is also shaking. Because maybe you was, you know, about, although, what is why a wedding? Like she's not happy about it, so she'll frustrate you. So your job becomes shaking and you are paying loan. So imagine me paying loan and my wife will tell me, oh, although and they say you are. I see it like, you know what I mean? When we say like, hey, now Charlie, the bread is not there to even start the engine. And sometimes, you know, these are the situation. The first 3 years, you know, it's not easy. And then the mother-in-law will come and it's like, hey, nakodamba, home. But inflation, and see the last thing is to me grandmother, no, this traditional midwife, you know, now or work of force here. One thing I have noticed, meaning say a grand economy, no, titi no, work on that, be unless 1 week and now 5 days, then the be. Say they work on that, none the be. Even who break it. Who steps the fracture? Say about begging people who break you who are not breaking out, who is your begging, Mojamba. Our economy, I'm an abassa. Me de
mo questions na ho hia papa. Yeah, the di kan no e ade ba ko a eda makoma so a how are wedding issues ne yi no. Enye obia na oni bia ode beye. Na imoma futu a metu ne se ukoji loan di aye de is not the best. Na ni nyina agina mu mienu a mo ware no so discussion a mo beye. E was say Bible yedo ye ho a yenye ye ho achinjie onim say transparency wo ho a e was say wo hu say this is how much and our level ni. I know say a man bebre no so when show say wo sika bebre a all my chance and also na was I would think it twice. So we see kanti no obadi a be very careful because along the line bibit me see na sika free wonsem for a short time, you know, marriage, the reason why I marry cake, it is a be sweet, a be sometimes I will climb a hill, sometimes I will sunny, and to say nipan on door personally. Now or show sick anyway issue but me advice say kobo besia koji loan na fair wedding. Boa bia no use something that you put together and yes right after the wedding no there will be issues, there will be problem. And a futu ba kwa a man munsi maso a futu we ba me man hope nti we oba wa hampa cho sisi waso mame. So we be man na ukọ ware a on say kind of wedding gown refreshment kawani ade no me advice will say fa usika etua bride the price no any rings no and no na ye wase di ankasa oba no pe wedding gown chenchen a ono so ne contribution o dey man ono nto wedding gown no enyema ni bi wo ha a fan frame mem na ekọ after the day is gone refreshment ni ade obebo abeje hall a we ye be ma do those ones rings any bride price ni oba ankasa minimum bi o ye ring o hanti minye me best friend bi ne parents na ye ring ne ma omo wari wie ya nche be ma ne ye den o say rokawa nke rokawa ne ma ne papa na ye enye okra na ye kawa na wo oba besia na wo yi ring a free be mansa and to think twice which one you spend your money on, and if you want a huge, let the lady spend this on the perishable one that they cannot come back later on and beg you for it. But let's cut our coat according to our size because the marriage is ahead. Another tip, and so you can marry on Wednesday. And we've advised a lot of couples, younger ones who have done it that way. Wednesday, omakoye bibia na omako sofo. It doesn't only a show. Ubetimi aya efe. But when to me that should not hinder you. When you baba also no na wakoto wakobo edwamai and na wakoto bonimu because you are waiting and waiting and waiting. Thank you. Second part no ubema no no krepa na wokan no situation around you will warrant whether a be sorry ejina na say bedroom or man society sa wa breast a wummoa no ojina ne na so sa bre oba na wo pinche na niti ne ya anya so oboa niti ya ne ya ne honam nyina tutu no nti yemboa ye ho na amana ye de anigye ene akono abehiem ama bibia ye fefe that's it.
Yo, you better say Tilly, please go ahead and ask your question.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I wasn't here when it started. Okay. Nana, a question about trust. And I will say friendship, no, say trust, no. Let's say, yeah, you don't have to go ahead with marriage. Maybe say sometimes, no, mukotia, you don't see that. But muko ra aware no mu a na muhu suban said you see the real person. Sometimes be a hot me di ni suban sie or the basians and aware no no so because I feel am aware no I feel na wo hu nipa no ne suban into we ya wako ra aware no mu no what do you do? Because if you are I think said that's where the problem starts coming. And me patron near to us on near who can say regarding say nanko 4 year aware you know me so me feel say society na ma nkofo busia your word because obi apese obi hu say oh me word to say obi aka ne word asem. So I think say your society na they say ewo ho no obi apese show off for the to social media na obi aka ne you know it feels like no so ka ho ntina enkrofo busia de ye wenu nyana. But my main ye trust about the trust one when you get married.
Yeah, no, correct. Yeah, sister. If you, that is why when you are trying to know each other, you know, they say we are going out. It's meant not just to spend money and you need to know, you know, sometimes you ask him or ask her certain questions and know how they answer. Sometimes how they relate to people out there when maybe they are, or did you also crow taxi and one fan the way obeka taxi driver no any ade no ehona obehu say una or pretending to you, but there is something ebufu bi wonimu ahunhu ye say unye remu wi a it's quite what you would do is to pray and then learn how to discuss things. And sometimes yeah me okay we okay then how the hame near the ashe mu a yen sua how a ye fa bufuo na emum ye beka enema ye hu a enkoyi na ye be discuss say in fact we cannot carry on, you have to do this, and let us try and do this. We need to ask at the right time. One kind of right time a senior nkomodie ne be right time me pa cho enti yes afi ne be room ye nya botre ye mompaye na ye hwe ne me bi yi na se trust ne e breaki 1 2 enya sa wodi ahye ohudi mani hu se we breaki trust na se one working at it and then it keeps breaking there 2 times 3 times, forget it, I would say, because it's better not to enter than to enter and suffer. Thank you.
Yeah, but that's it. My uncle Bright and so Honomo. Bright, please go ahead and ask your question. Bright, you.
Okay, yo, with the amenda was your quenya with your mommy. Na Masam Sunyan say, me amika said, dear, not the same, my worry, dear. Me a son go worry and you know, me said the name our dear moon sembi brisa, but it in Crawford church, ne program be at Tisina, and me who say, our dear no say na Uwama, I was also Ototonia Mafa. Anti, no come as no. You anase you nkrofo bi no ma omo church ne ma bebre efa wade ho you believe mpo ebi wo say oh obi wo hwa ye wo no ebi ajoda ana ukuada e wo say utimi ware obi a ono say wo no ukuada enam say ebi a naturally no ebi a quality say wo mu a wo de ba asase so no sa ni pana na so partner na obenya no ono su kita the same qualities ni bi enti so wale na one no emache in some way eno nti eno benya se obefa safo ni bi anase e wo so fo bi a oye anase oro se wo no Friday eno na ba sa one no qualities no eno so emache enti eno no sen na wo so oka afa ho
and that's it brother Bright. To be honest, a friend is say car ya wo Japan no a home instruction manual near yi de wo kikan ma kenka Bible akenka Bible me hu wo Bible set e wo musa enti enye nyame akwan nyame so na oya aware enti nipa ebi mu the science ni ebi mu the different spirits ni ade to me working niam bi say ye adwuma say nya adwuma me nyini minim isan se men try na the fact is say enye nyame asem ni nti me feel say eye fantasy enti de hu hia ne say obeware obi a osuro nyame you know first na ye dream say obi a wodo no nanso obo ha edo no wan hwe ya de wohu a echesa asa wo do no ebu ana last wo kakra me don isanse we hard working me don isanse obre ne ho ase me don isanse ne papa ye sofo me don isanse osonwa obo ebe me wa do no kra odo no oso wonsa se the electrical ibi a ebofa wo mu no say yes the attraction is strong na so se won suro nyame a de nyame akafa bible mu say yemfa nhihya aware no enye no no apply ni nipasem enti yenware obi a osuro nyame a yebetimi ene na adwen edru de edin a onim nyame asemti ohu say o say yedwen ana wo be ma no oni sika kra wadwuma say kra onim say oba de the authority and the headship of man supersedes or doesn't matter at what point whether oye ejuma or yare and onyare, still he's the head. He's still he's got the authority and the supremacy of the family, the head, or not representing God or family anymore. And it's any panin in Yamiasama, it doesn't matter. Obema or that's Obu no amankarano so who say, yes, you are the boss. The lady is the manager. He is a boss, but you think together. If you nyamede ideas from kubia shememu intuition. So Obaneka say, be careful with that lady. And I say, sadie we ni pay your person or to kai. Bibi, they can put a finger at it. Me want to name it. Say oto area obama ontuya obey scan basa. I will say it's ye ba. Like you were saying, those things I don't think it works. Obi nim say ye adwuma betimi aka kire but any bible mu de enya ware na de eno beye amanfo ye orious me ye Satan me ye weni ade me nim din ne kuraba any bible mu ni ntino I don't think so.
Okay. Ye bena na yemfa Mrs. Comfort Sego and Twaso. Mama Comfort bacho ubetimi de o question or contribution aba.
Okay. Hello, Sabetha. With Radin Shrao for the excellent presentation. What your name is that for the wase. So my contribution here to answer Jonas one of his comments and say, Kaneno, when children are born, their eyes are closed, and then now these days the children are born with their eyes wide open. Jonas, as I want to say, "Nkwalana no mu eni akate nyina na yare." Ebisa akwala ya wono as I say na ni tumi bie, ye pepa na nim ni ade so osu na ni bie. Nti I hope say nkwala na wo mani emie no. I'm hoping that they still have their eyesight and they are well and they don't have any issues with their eyes. So the eyes are supposed to be opened. So my concern is, so what's happened to those children? So my contribution is for Jonas. Thank you.
But that's it. I can say, for that one, so things are changing. Niema sisa first no ya so no we were very innocent niema bebre na ye nim no and akra kiti onim fi say ye kire and you also na ye penso no mo research into it but see no they research into it and they put in what would help to solve the problem. Sure. If you say computer age in a postmodern Gen Z and the Generation C and the Generation whatever, it's all part of it.
Yo, with the Mama Comfort to hey, dear, my mean busa semuina yemfa ni nyina mbom ni how we go about it. Deaconess Bertha about intimacy, and I sign about we should learn to say sweet words to our partners. And sometimes in sono, ebia asembia obeka chire wukunu anasa obeka chire oyire no. Ema onya akono bi mpo se obeba wonchen. Ebia ni tirimu no ema bibi nkeka ne ho se ombra wonchen. what would be your advice from Mama Bertha? What would be advice to Emma any mema? And Mama Comfort also the your friend is say expert in your friend is say sexuality muntino you use the right word afache me. What will also from your point of view, what will also be your advice to Emma any mema ya worry mu intimacy any someone ye catch ye ho.
Medase dedi kan no ensama ye kan no a word a wodi aba bonten no untimi swallow ne back obepa achew nanso asem no waka ebi wa asem ni bi wa mu odukra wo ka na obonsama som no de ye adwuma ba wo ka asem a eya e wo say ye careful say ye bufu a ye hwe ensem a ye ka if you say sometimes eno ana ekoba ebeka yen fi say obi oba bi asam ya o kan say debi o ye na dwen say o ye ne ho te say dwamanfo kakra ama ni kunu wa hye atade bi kitu bi na o gya ne ho na o ka che ne say hwe me kakra ne ma ye ma dwen say meso wa hwe be ma ne say yesi we ne so me hwe yesi we ne so me hwe o say ne hu adwudwo prekope enti nka ono no de o say o build ama anka akono ne yi e wo say ye hwe asema na wan hwe right time na be ma ne any mood mu enti we ne so me hwe asem kitoa we e be ye kra enti wo say ye hwe asema ye kan yi ye bufu a ye kan ya no ntum ene wuntimi nka asem papa enkasa bisa obeka bibia ebe ma na etimi ma obi ho dwodwo ma obi ho dwodwo kra esa ya asama waka to na sunti nti uka asem papa so a sa ena menya message anwumre appointment ho as ne die jame na nso wo dwendwen ho ana wugine jare a wa bre wo ya de wa bre o twemu a o ka che o se na wa work hard pa o me mebo okay metimi aye enso so wan ka hwe ya nkire wa se wo de wo ye hard work no na wa tapo kakra eno ano no aso emfa ho se wa bre wo be still wo benya power e de ya adwuma enti niam kete priceless little comments and moves and a manner intimacy adwuma medase nya mama comfort na
Okay, I hope I got the question correct. The mechanism, first, make us a charity begins at home. And to Obuowa and to Tia, the way the person was brought up from home, no, the person grows up with some inner beauty. No biso honoma said ye sitete no any area no one ade no ho ofe enso so wode no kofia no wanu nti obo ho se na be ma otise na obo otise pa na no ho be ni ana no ho be ma obi kan asem is the content na ohwe enye sa physical nti so ho ofe said na se woni ye any ade enso ani a Bema no kura no hu anu ma, if I can, I'm allowed to say that. Into no beauty is within. Into no sir, if beauty is within, and then we say, said they will say kasachre wukuno. A whole lot of in your work kitchen probably when say won't wear the crano ababe bamu. Oh, question, no, I don't know, but not me, Sister Bertha, if I got it up. But when it comes to sexuality, it's not about beauty, physical beauty alone. It's about the things you do. It's about your inner self. Also, I can say, oh, this person has such a beautiful soul. And to know, Nyama said we sit here no Emma we are a beautiful sexual being because as individuals we are sexual beings. And you know the American both a man and man say yeah sign contract say mene be me ya na me no be betene some person when ji your friends are waremu nkomodi anase if you want to enjoy the sexuality in marriage, then it's important that you accord each other respect, and you should also watch what you say and how you say it and how you portray yourself. It's very important. On the other hand, there was a situation after marriage, osofobi obi after marriage, obi bisane say, oh, it is saying so moko honeymoon mo worry about 1 week in the final or say oban was say pa. The okano no oban was say pa. And we don't know what happened. Say oban na ye be man style say dear na buy you, but the okano so oban was say pa. And right from the marriage bed that night, ena ne eyi woman oban no eba fam. And one man need 2 years to cry and our rain guye. And we have to be very careful. Say and worry, I said you see your ton your huma no, we have to be careful. I said who say we command some sort of respect. Said the bear respect should come from the way we speak, from the way we do things, and so on. Wouldn't be a kanya afena bema na warrior coffee when I call church and star. You name details or no, yes, details or no. But said the bema cast or ban was say pano. No, we don't know. Not yes, I'm not sure if I've answered your question unless you repeat it, but this is what I'll contribute.
If you say ebia wa sheda say oyi style amano na ade ba kwa ha dwene omo hwe movie ni ayi bebre no normally bo man hwe movie na oba so na hwe movie o ma act na mo twetwa si ani no 1 hour na etua so enti ofu say na the 25 minutes pe ama na ndu 1 hour na onim say fantasy eno no ye twetwa de sisi so enti mumienu no ankasa ana wo se motimiti mu ho ase na mu level just because say obi say ono de omuhia 3 times a week enchire mo 3 times a week ebi so once a month enti me feel said there isn't wrong or right answer, especially finance in marriage is a different topic altogether. There isn't one right formula. Eye mumienu ana mohwe mu situation ana mahwe what to suit you, but sometimes we do onam hoboko opeso shede yi style ma one na feel say what say.
The other emotion is sex in marriage. Sex plays a very important role in marriage. Into no sebase bia oba no obika ya oba na no so da hoti bom onim inti kire no ana so se be ma no ordinary ho odin nyina ne mudro nyina egu mi so se me da ho mi ntumi move, but what do ho nyina no wait ni ade ato no so a ono be dey move na it said you do wait to be ato no so na wo ka so ompia o yo ba ontumi inti be ma no so se wo how you must have sex. You must have it in such a way, say, Obano, so if she has to contribute, and what you contribute. But one thing is, say, a memano, penis, the penis is a very a sensitive organ. It's there for a reason. A mano, a clitoris. Now, clitoris, and yakatuane honu. Anatomy na tre eba to say kwakwa to say the fallopian tube ni sete no tre eba kakra into so woni oba ni hia na say the wo rob wo but you are not rubbing the clitoral area na she will not enjoy sex into nya wo wie pe oseme aware no en ma wo me wi menye bio na no so kɔfa nsɛm aba nti mɛma no so ɛyɛ important terms asɔre biara anaasɛ yi biara wɔ marriage counselor nti ɛba sɛ sex yi mu ne ade a as part of marriage counseling na ɛsɛ nka wɔn discuss na wɔn ho wɛnyɛ it's important sɛ wo bɛrima no wo rub penis which is a very sensitive organ na wonya pleasure no ɔbaa ne deɛ ne clitoris no sɛ ne deɛ yɛn twan to ntwene yɛ anaasɛ yɛn nsɛ na ne deɛ ne clitoris no nti nya ketewa ne etua hɔ ne pɛ ɛwɔ ɛsɛn so ɛkɔ ne side and side ne kakra woso make sure sɛ wo ne da ebetwitwi no sɛ de bɛyɛ a mo nyinaa no mo ani bɛgye wɔ aware mu te kakra me de bɛto aso no
yo edasi yenya two topics finance in marriage and sex in marriage yɛbɛka ho asɛm na yahwɛ da yɛde ɛno nso ɛbɛbrɛw na memfa we am say yen time ninti bride Francis Kakari cement me and for me but this question in the chat room is quite important to me so pacho my emfa no na Deaconess Mboy how yen sister obey. Also, my partner is very selfish, greedy, and doesn't care about you. He is not committed to the marriage, and above all, he cheats in the marriage. Even when you know he is cheating, he's cheating. Even when you know he's cheating, he's still disrespecting you. We have 5 kids between the age of 1 to 10. I work, he work, but he gets more. He gets more than if I show. Okay. He gets more money. He gets more money than me. I contribute a lot in the marriage, from maybe
healthcare to work to the house, over and over, all full time. I don't know what to do anymore. I have not been happy since we married.
Difficult one.
Sometimes dream ebani say na say what you pray, you take action. If son say nkwara ne dɔɔso ɔmo hia father figure the kwan anyame bɔ mmaa ne mmarima no mmaa no wɔ abadaeɛ mmarima no authority ne ɛyɛ ɔmo de shield no sɛ ɛyɛ ade a on threaten wo sɛ ɔbɛboro anaa ɔboro nkwara no ne ade a bibi saa no ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ wɔ sɛ free mu but this one you just have to carry on praying bible to me yɛ adeɛ nyinaa and then eniyema bi wɔ ha obi wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛsa agye osika koraa san ka ho ɛka sɛ wɔ hɔ a bɔ me bisia na me de bɛma wo anaa fa we ni yewe you need to be firm and have a discussion. You need to have a discussion with them and say this is the issue at hand. I'm not pleased with this, I'm not pleased with that, I'm not was mutimi ayoni niema up clearly a man who say obu a feel say oh oba no kra onya smart, I'm doing this here. If you don't say anything about it and you are just praying, you pray and you need to sit down and have a respectful, firm discussion and say you must do this and you must do that. It's not fair. And yes, sir. So unkwa untimi solve and na I was a penny bibem. That is what church leaders and marriage counselors are for. I was a catcher. So all of a sudden, bema dear or your bema. All of a sudden, ube who and also for be a befio. They say this opa me na non kasa. Obekasa me de mini how. And to also money who some many discuss idea is still going on. And more enquirana and the men ni say nti. Me pa cho one ya chise. Now all the offer food be abemu. Abe unko kanchira uma amino papa ama omu be hate no. Se o yere anase ukunu ye bibi. How they call parents ho first ah. Omu ni so ye nipa bonefo. They say marriage be a meka ho asem. Separation. Afide as ye den sako. Enye unchastity. you can say bema no nka no kore bema no ni no kore me so akope ma o se da bi onka no kore enti odi onka no kore kire ne maame ne papa saa ma ne maame ne papa time bema ne keke say yaje ye ba ne free wonsem enti wasa wo hu nipa e bia osofo ana sorry panyi ana ofere food bi na one mo akansa that one difficult say nyame amemu a ya ese nti mpaibọ no wonkoda mpaibọ fi na wonya nkwara na ho ne but God listen to every little prayer we pray. Nothing is too small for his attention. But humpaye na oni be man nkasa anye adwuma mapanyi bi mrem na ometutu ne emaye anye adwuma lead your life one way out the try your best, lead your life as you can. Don't waste yours on him. Mani who say he needs to contribute and then carry on with a normal life that will not affect you. No one who eja enkwara na ho. Medase.
Yo, abusiafo minyaya enka yebetwa so nanso ebre ema ye ho kwan. Mesre wa se mo pese yen guest for tonight and sambra next week. Mo fanto comment section ho. Please come next week. Please come next week so that we can bring her so that we can bring her back next week. I mean, she has a lot to offer to us. Na yentimi ensign eneno endwetwe enkomobium. Yene ne behye na emrepamu no say wentimi next week cry be sign edina back bium and I hope say she will be a blessing to all of us. Mama Bertha yebeda se bebre na nwumre yi ewo inhira waba be ye ede amaye ni yahwefo ni etiefo nyina na ansa na abekọ no wo last words a wodi beja yen ansa na yatimi amawako na yede tap sen focus section atwa so A class ebetinemu ede amaye pacho wo last words
medase me last words ni say aware edo before me be ware no na ye say mo koto a na ede na mo ware wi a na agija mi hu ni opposite se mo ware na mo ya adwenkro na mo dwinbom na odi eniema yesunsui eye adwuma and you work at it aware dankasa emfa ho se wanyini aware de all round. You cannot compare your partner to anyone. Se wo bibi wo bia ware ho na ye fe na wo pese mo nso mo incorporate to modia. It doesn't take force. It doesn't take comparison. It takes mutual discussion. Enti nia wenya no or your package. So ye tia, so ye tintin. So what to say? Wenya anya no na must cover with put in the nugget, the spices into it depending on how you want it and sweeten it up and enjoy to the max. God bless you.
Ooh. God bless you too. Abusiafo nyame eyaduma yane ne bedin komo se next week ekwan mamukra na yebesan edino ababiem na yatoa yenkomo twetwen so esanse enanwumre migiri se waye enhira bebre ewo enhira ode ede abrain migiri se de enkofo edi comment section ho no any chat room ho no migiri se next week obeba next week obeba aba betwa so ede amai either say amononi hanom no finance in marriage a problem. Finance in marriage a problem pa me say next week see nyana yene no beka finance in marriage ho asem said de be ya aware for ebenya ntiase e wo yen sikasemu no krese ye nyina atu kwan aba ha no e be pesika de na say aware for eti anko benkromu e wo sikasem ho a the problems we bring eba me say nyame yadom ne nyana yene no beka ebetwetwe sankomo no na ebe enhira ama ye nyina mesremu a se wo call you so na se on join OT Media WhatsApp platform na me de link no to chat room honomo bomodia click on the link and join our WhatsApp platform said ye ebeya abreni na ye will show na ye be start here ye de to WhatsApp no so ani akaiwo na mo so wetimi a join na waba be kan ho se wo call you so na se ebia wo a specific issue with your tap send account may take a quick break maybe a chat breakout room 1 a honum na tap send customer service team no ewo woko honum a ombeboa with your tap send issue.
Hello, Diana. Just a quick one. Good evening. Sorry to bother you. So them are over doing Dorothy. You mean person my front man can say we say why
na onye sure say on your meeting untina no kasa facha me.
Okay, please, you are muted. We are all muted. Unmute yourself, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeba main room hand.
Please, you are muted. Unmute yourself.
But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Eba main room hand swa Ora A class betinem now the tap send focus section or edia twaso edia amount. Tisabri may call for quick ad break. Me ba ye betwaso.
Mr. Mankwa, me office was a niska bani de awie ni project no. Eso de bia me office ka ma ne wo problem.
Enemremu. Na monte tap send nka.
No so ne de
tap send dey easy, fast and secured way. Ubetimi send this free amanone aba Ghana bank account and as a mobile money account untia transfer fee bia
sir awo be ne say
chene say won ko app store na play store on download the tap send app no or download dia ebebusan so promo code o ma the pet TV nshim obenya €5 £5 and as $10 on his first transfer
ene me kwa friend aka akire
tabi minyanwie esan say tap send at the good news aba tap send the gina the customers wonti or the tap send wallet aba
no be ne say
so your customer wo UK sisi a ubetimi akọ tap send app no no create wallet wo so enti se rate ne kosora now the sika kogu wallet no anase mpo ubetimi atususu nkakra enti abre sema opeso send sika ba Ghana no anse wa send sika na ba Ghana anase oba o my Ghana mu what in you sika e wo wallet no tie
and you said to say you use momo Ghana hayru
sa pepe say see tap send that trainer shim kopiem wo United Arab Emirates Netherlands and Austria tap send na papa no
Hello, this is Lawyer Wisdom of Wismart Solicitors. Join me this and every Friday on OT TV from 8 to 9 p.m. for all your UK immigration matters. I hope to see you there. Thank you.